Hello, Queens. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendy Russo, and I'm a pageant coach for many, many years. And I want to talk about what pageant should you do. I get the question all the time asking me, should I do this system or that system? I don't really know what system to do. I did want to let you know that there are different pageants in every state. So the first thing you want to do is examine what your state has to offer in your age division. So if you are younger, maybe you want to look at National American Miss because that pageant is in most every state. There is also, if you are ages 5 all the way up to 25, there is USA National Miss, you have IJM, you also have the high school pageant, which also has elementary school, which also has collegiate, and it's called the high school system. You can look it up. It's high school pageant, and there's different divisions within that. Now there's elementary. That was a brand new entry this year. If you're a Mrs., you're looking at Mrs. International, Mrs. America, Mrs. United States, or maybe you're just going for your local. I want you to really think about, what are you good at? What are the things that you feel like you want to highlight? Do you have a talent? If so, there are only very few pageants that still require talent. One of them, of course, is Outstanding Teen or Miss America system. There are a few other pageants that have talent, but it's optional. Like National American Miss has an optional talent category. I know that if you're a senior, you're going to do Ms. Senior USA or Ms. Senior America. Both of those require a talent. So it really depends on the system. So each pageant system has its very own identity. They have a certain set of requirements. For example, if you are looking at Miss USA, I'm throwing that at my cat who's scratching my furniture. If you're tall, I'm going to say 5'6" and up, Miss USA could be a very good consideration for you. If you're 5 feet tall, I rarely have seen someone win at that height. Not to say it couldn't happen, but there are just certain looks that every single pageant system has, or certain requirements. Some pageants are really heavy on interview, and if that's a strong point for you, your speaking skills, then you definitely want to look up pageants and read the requirements. So how do you know if speaking skills are required? The interview would be part of the competition and part of the score. You would want it to be more than 25% of your score if you want to highlight that skill. If you have a fantastic figure, maybe you want a swimsuit competition, a brand new pageant that is just launched that's called America's Most Beautiful. My friend Samantha Riddle, she is the director for it, and there's all age divisions for that pageant system. And yes, swimsuit is part of the competition for younger, for the Miss category. If you are a Mrs., then it would be fitness wear, and there's a fun fashion element. So if you love to model, make sure you find a pageant that has a runway or it has fun fashion. So her pageant has that. The Perfect pageant also has runway. Every single competition is runway. So if that's your thing, you definitely want to go in that direction. USA National Miss is also the kind of pageant that requires runway or modeling routines. So those are part of the competition, not optional. For National American Miss, that's a pageant that has all age divisions, and none of your score is about modeling other than gown. And it's a very simple modeling routine in gown. It's not going to be overly complex, but if you want to do their modeling competition, you can do the runway competition, you can do the top model competition, which is modeling in front of the camera for a photographer. And then there's also a casual modeling, which is any outfit that you want modeling on the stage to show your skills. And with that, not only can you win each and every one of those modeling awards, but you may potentially, if you win all of them, you win the big award, which is a high heel. I've already had 2 of my clients win the high heel from National American Miss for winning all of those optionals and all of those modeling awards. And then they became also the face of Ashley Renee. So they get to pick who is going to be their model for the year. So that's a fantastic option if you are someone who adores modeling. So think about what your strengths are. Think about what you want to highlight and make sure you choose a system that's right for you. If you're someone who's plus size, USA system is not going to be your pageant system. I really haven't seen anyone over a size 8 win that pageant. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody got in there at a size 10. I really have not seen anyone overly curvy win that title. So you may want to go in a different direction. There's another pageant system called Miss Royalty International, and they are not really about, fitness. There's no modeling in swimsuit. It's all about your interview, your runway modeling, and your gown. So that might be a good option for you if you don't feel like you're, interested in being in a swimsuit, or if you're just really curvy and you just have a hard time losing weight. I recommend you not choose a swimsuit pageant, because in general, swimsuit pageants are looking for a certain look and a certain fitness level. And I just feel like, why put your money into something that isn't going to help you be successful? So I highly recommend you think about and assess in a realistic way what it is that is your strength. I'm currently working with someone who is competing with Miss Black America, and there's a Miss Black USA, there's a Miss Black America. So she wanted to be able to speak out about art and how art needs to be supported in the inner city schools. She's a teacher there, and she's an art teacher. So it's the perfect system for her. It's an opportunity for her to really celebrate her culture, celebrate her background, and yet support her community as well. So I hope that helped a little bit. If you're someone who really loves doing community service, if you have a very strong, supportive platform, one that you have a personal connection to and a story about, I recommend the international system. The international system can be very pricey in terms of wardrobes, because you will have to do a fun fashion routine. They do have a fitness, and they also have a very long interview, one of the longest interviews in the entire industry, similar to a Miss America level. And then there's the gown. So you do have quite a bit of things you're being scored on. But if you're an excellent speaker, and if you really adore talking about your charity work and you're very heavily involved, the international could be a great system for you. So if you have any questions about what systems are out there, or if you have a question about one versus the other, please post it below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this post, and also share it with your friends so that they can learn a little bit more about pageants, because there's so much to learn. It's a subculture within pageants in general, just to know about all of the different systems, and it takes time to learn them. So I'm happy to help in any way that I can, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, everybody.